So you want me to go while you're running then? Or okay. Hello and welcome to the 2026 National Premier League Women's Charity Shield between Belconnen United and Canberra Croatia. I'm Sam Watson, your commentator. Today's match is supporting the Josh for Hearts Foundation, a charity established in honour of Josh Ogons, a massively talented and passionate member of the Canberra football community who tragically passed away at just 14 after cardiac arrest. It was established by his parents so that no other parent had to endure what they endured. The foundation is working to screen young athletes' hearts and educate communities to recognise and respond when every second counts. I'm joined today in commentary by Sam Greatorex. Sam, welcome to the match. How are you feeling? How excited are you for this one?
I'm very excited for this one, Sam. Thank you for that. This is going to get very confusing with two Sams.
It will.
But that's all right. Great commentary team. I'm really excited to see Croatia and Belconnen kind of come head-to-head. They haven't played against each other since finals, and the teams do look a little different. So
they do.
Very exciting. It's a beautiful day as well.
It is. It's a very nice day. Very warm outside, so it will be a bit of a test for the players. But exciting to have football back in Canberra. As you mentioned, these two teams, well, they were very familiar with each other last season, first and second in the NPL Women's. But it was Croatia didn't actually end up making the grand final. Belconnen won that grand final, so their last match was their victory over Canberra Olympic. That was a 4-0 victory. And Canberra Croatia finishing second in the league. 14 points, it must be said, behind Belconnen. They crashed out after a preliminary final defeat against Canberra Olympic. So after a positive season, wasn't really the end they'd like.
And you can see that reflected in some decisions they've made. So brand new coach with Sam Odgers, who actually only moved to Canberra last year. And so this will be his first season as head coach for a full season. I'm really excited to see what he's done with Croatia and with the new players that they've got as well.
Yeah, his first season as a senior head coach. He's taking over after a season in charge of Croatia's under-17 girls team. He's assisted by Kelly Sturton, the coach that won the Paramatildas their world title just, I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, which is, yeah, really, really good coaching to have for Croatia. Belconnen, their coach is still Scott Conlon, the coach that won them that quadruple last season. Charity Shield winners, league winners, grand final winners, and Federation Cup winners. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? How do they back that up?
I think that's going to be the story of the season for Belconnen. Their squad has remained largely unchanged. A few players going to greener pastures, a couple of players who've decided to hang up the boots at least for a season. And now, how do you take that squad, which is mostly unchanged, and back up such amazing results? And I think this will be kind of a test for him to see how the squad's looking against what should be top-notch opposition.
Yeah, it will be very interesting. I mean, if they're going to play anything like they did last season, we're guaranteed goals today. They scored 120 in the league, conceded just 11, best attack, best defence in the league. They averaged 6 goals a game and broke that National Premier League women's record for highest victory with a 20-0 win. I mean, that's not very, I guess that's not what Croatia want to be reading heading into this one.
Well, it's funny that you bring up that 20-0 win. That was against Tuggeranong last season, and we've only had a few games in the preseason so far, but one was between Croatia and Tuggeranong, and that was actually a 0-0 draw. So that versus the team that lost 20-0 to Belconnen, it'll be very interesting to see how the results pan out for today and how everyone plays on the field. But at the end of the day, it is about the football, but as well, it's about the reason we're all here.
Please welcome to the field, Belconnen United and Canberra Croatia.
Right, so the two sides heading out to the field now. Croatia in their home red strip, Belconnen in their home blue strip. In 2025, these sides met on 5 occasions. Belconnen won every single one, including a victory in the Federation Cup final. That was a 1-0 victory. Just hearing over the loudspeaker, there will be a minute silence in recognition of Joshua Ogans. So that will commence when the players head out to the field. You mentioned the changes in the Croatia lineup. We'll go through them after the minute silence with plenty of new faces, plenty of faces who were on the Gungahlin books last season, which will make it very interesting because it's a very strong lineup. As I said, we'll run through it later on.
I've got a couple of players that I've got my eyes on, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Obviously, we're here for the Joshua Hart's Foundation. Really good stuff that they do with preventative measures for cardiac arrest. But you can see the players walking out now. Big squads for today, just to make sure everyone gets a good run around on what should be a beautiful day.
Yeah, first match of the season, first silverware up for grabs as well. And we'll just pause for a moment for Joshua Ogans. So a moment of silence completed for a very good cause. The Joshua Hart's Foundation, who is supporting this match today. Well, we're going to run through the starting lineups for either side. Head coach Scott Conlon makes 5 changes to the team that won that grand final last season. In goals, number 1, Matilde Laurel Tai comes in. It's a back 4 of number 7, Steffi Legends at left back. Number 31, Rhiannon Fensom makes the switch from Croatia to Belconnen, starting her first game for Belconnen at the centre of defence. She's partnered by number 4, Bronte Pike. And number 15, Emily Hay, comes into the side. So good experience for her, having played most of the season in reserves. It's a midfield 3 of number 8, Annika Corrie, partnered by number 18, Izzy Heinmarsh. Number 19, Alex Martins, will play at the point of that midfield 3. And it's a front 3. That includes number 28, Alina Roberts, whose last match came in that grand final and she scored a hat-trick. On the right, Hattie Cram, number 10, returns, and number 17, Alyssa DeCampley, is back in Belconnen colours. On the bench, number 3, Maya Rathowski, number 16, Elfin McCanny, number 14, Sarah Brand, number 23, Layla Billington, and number 29, Lily Altamore. What are your thoughts on Belconnen's lineup, Sam?
It's strong, Sam. It's a strong lineup. I'm really curious to see how number 31, Rhiannon Fenson, does. She was an absolute star in Croatia's reserve grade team last season, getting 14 goals from 19 starts. And an interesting pickup. I felt like she'd been really strong with Croatia for a very long time, but I think once Belconnen comes a call, and most players are going to answer that call.
It's very true. It's very true. We'll run through Sam Odge's first Croatia lineup. He names a number 1, Ellie Raymond, in goals. It's a back from number 2, Eliza J. Norris at left back. Number 6, Ellie Raymond, a right back. And it's a centre-back partnership, a new one. Number 11, Maya Cameron, partnered by number 14, Alice Churchill. In the midfield, 3, number 19, Stella DeMarco is at the base of the midfield. Number 5, Jamie Berkeley, and number 10, Bella Barrach are the 2 8s in front of her. And it's a front 3 of number 15, Riley McQueenie on the left. Number 16, Ginger Oliver on the right. And number 24, Nat DeMarco, who leads the attack. On the bench, number 7, Nadia Zachman. Number 3, Pia McGee. Number 4, Hannah Burke. Number 17, Megan Castle. And number 23, Megan Snell. As we were mentioning, plenty of Gungahlin names in that starting lineup. Stella DeMarco, Ginger Oliver, Nat DeMarco, Megan Castle. A few of them, and a new centre-back partnership as well, Maya Cameron and Alice Churchill.
That'll be really exciting to see for Croatia. I think last season Musi was the coach, and he would have been disappointed with the number of goals they conceded against Belconnen. So I think for this season, any team, their test will be how can we stop Belconnen's attack, because it was so good, as you said, averaging 6 goals a game. That's nothing you ever want to see as an opposing coach if your team's conceding 6 goals. So this will be a real test for them.
It will. 2 sides almost ready to go. Very interesting to see how this one will go. New coach for Croatia, new players, much of the same for Belconnen. There are a few names missing for them who won't be playing for them this season. Our central referee is Aisha Strutt. She's assisted by Brad Farmer and Kate Downs. And we are underway at Stryda Park in this Charity Shield National Premier League women's match. Long ball early, goes out of play. Plenty of faces won't be here for Belconnen, as I mentioned. Maddie Steinecker, Lauren Preston, Talia Backhouse, Pascal LaHaye, Pearl Teen, Lisa Carey, all won't be with Belconnen this season, so a few changes for them.
We might see a little bit of nervousness amongst the structure for Belconnen. I also don't know how many games they've played against other NPL teams in Canberra, so I'm very keen to see how the new players slot in. I know there's not as many as Croatia, but sometimes that can be more of a problem as the new players kind of find their feet.
Yeah, that's it. Emily Hay with the throw coming into the lineup for the reigning champions. Back it goes to Matilda Laurel Ty. Didn't start that grand final through injury back last season. Claire Joseph was their goalkeeper. Be a throw for Croatia. Eliza Jane Norris with the ball. Looking for Riley McQueenie. Shut down by a combination of Hattie Cram and Emily Hay. DeMarco picks up the ball. Normally a midfielder, played as a central figure today in that front 3 for Croatia. Interesting move from Sam Odgers.
She brings a lot of experience to the lineup and wherever she is, and really, really good quality play. And I know for a fact that she'll be still very strong and very sharp. She's been playing a lot of futsal in the off-season, as she tends to do, and so her footwork should be really on point.
Throw for Belconnen. Hay looking for Cram. And it goes off Norris.
One thing that Belconnen was excellent at last season was using these wide areas, and we can see on the run-in exactly that.
Yeah, it's Hattie Cram up against Eliza Jane Norris. Slows her run across. Dealt with eventually by Churchill, away by Berkeley. Lovely touch from Nat DeMarco. Knocked off the ball by Bronte Pike. And she can't find Hattie Cram. Bronte Pike, a player deployed as a centre-back today, was a fullback for Belconnen last season and scored, amazingly, 12 goals, which is numbers you don't see from a defender. Lovely control by McQueenie, given away though to Martins. Now Hattie Cram taking on Norris, gets the cross in and hasn't been dealt with by Cameron away. She recovered very well. The throw goes the way of Croatia and they escape. A nervy moment for them in defence. Goes for another throw for Belconnen. Hay with the ball. Header won by Norris, away by Churchill.
I think what we'll see a lot of with Belconnen, as I was saying before, using these sort of wide areas, getting deep, looking for those crosses in. And it really is about, can Croatia hold the center? As we see the running coming in now, very well dealt with in a very dangerous situation. But this is going to be the day for Croatia, is fighting in those wide areas, seeing the Belconnen players coming in and looking for those sharp passes back into the box.
Yeah, it's a corner for Belconnen. And this is warning signs with Izzy Heinmarsh over this one. That they'll need to watch is Bronte Pike, who scored so many from corners last season.
You can see the Belconnen players starting in a long line, making the runs in.
Heinmarsh's cross, looking for Alina Roberts. Is a towering header, and it's off the line, and Bronte Pike finds the back of the net. We haven't even played 5 minutes, and the reigning champions have got their season off to the perfect start. It's Bronte Pike, the player we outlined Croatia had to watch. She gets on the end of a scrappy moment of play for Croatia. They're 1-0 down.
And I think we're seeing some nerves from the goalkeeper. That's the second time that a ball's come into the box, and Croatia's goalkeeper hasn't quite dealt with it. Maybe getting used to the new team, maybe getting used to the occasion itself as well. This is quite a prestigious fixture.
Fensom showing good pace to get back. It's a good finish from Pike. Initially, it looked like the header would find the back of the net. It was cleared off the line by Eliza J. Norris, I think, off the head of Alina Roberts. Croatia survived, but not for long. They're looking to respond through Barac. Header won by Pike. Effective at both ends. And away off the head of Roberts, out for a Croatia throw. Their first time adventuring into their attacking half. Raymond looking long for Natamarco. The back heel for Bella Barac. Shaping for a shot. It finds Riley McQueenie. Hay got an important touch. And Legends, did she keep it in? No, it's a corner for Canberra Croatia.
Great pressure in the box there by Nat DeMarco. Playing a bit more forward, and Barrack is going to be a threat all day. Look for some great footwork from her, especially in this kind of dangerous area. We're seeing the two different kinds of corner approaches as well from the two teams. Let's see what happens with Croatia's corner.
Yeah, Ginger Oliver over this on one of the best set-piece takers in the league. She's looking for Jamie Berkeley, and she finds the back of the net. They were barely in front for a minute, and Croatia have responded with a corner of their own. And Jamie Berkeley heads home. We're back level.
Crowd loves it as well. You're always going to have really solid, smart play from Jamie Berkeley. She's so experienced. She's so good at the game in almost all aspects, and it's great to see that pay off with a goal.
She scored plenty of goals for Croatia last season. She scored 12 in the league. Their second top scorer behind Brittany Palombi. Picked up by Heinmarsh after the giveaway. Berkeley wins it back. Oliver down the line for Natamarco. Fensom gets there first. Her ball across goal is a risky one, and McQueenie is quick. Got there ahead of Hay, and Fensom recovers well. Just a glimpse into how quick she is at the back. Barac for Jamie Berkeley. She's looking long for McQueenie, who might just get there ahead of Hay, and the early ball in is shut down by Emily Hay. She can drive out. Nice pass to find Martins.
Good to see some competition for the ball this early in the season as well, and we can see the dividends paying off as well. They're constantly targeting, moving from the center to those wide areas. It worked out at the start, but now Belconnen, I think, they're so good at quickly picking up what the opposition's doing, and they're slowing things down, making sure that they control the pace, not Croatia.
Yeah, driving forward here with Bronte Pike. She's looking long for Hayes. Flick on didn't really work out. She gets it back. Looking for DeCampley. Hay will get it back again. Good football from Belconnen. And that's a great ball from Martins, looking for Alina Roberts.
Great keeping, though. Great keeping.
Yeah, anticipated the ball well. Ellie Summers and Alina Roberts. At her big breakout season last year. Scored 6 goals, but crucially a hat-trick in the grand final against Canberra Olympic. Bella Barrage for Ginger Oliver. Looking for Jamie Berkeley. She can't find a teammate. Pike came out to close her down. Fenson. Oliver immediately putting Corrie under pressure. Cameron putting Campley under pressure. Did really well to hold up the ball. Now Cram will look for the run of Alina Roberts, and Churchill won the header. Does well in the end. Well defended.
I'm loving that we're already seeing some battles form between players, and you better believe that Sam, with his experience in Sydney, he will be picking certain matchups in the Belconnen team. I don't think team-wide you can take them on quite the same way as other teams. Ooh, and again, a lot of fight going on for the ball. Working hard for the cup.
Yeah, it's getting a bit more feisty. Free kick one over in that corner. Izzy Hindmarsh will head over to take. Already seen her whip in a dangerous delivery. Can she produce a second goal for Belconnen?
This is where Belconnen shines. So well organized. It may look like the players are just standing in random positions, but you better believe as soon as that ball leaves the foot, they're going to move to exactly where they need to be. And I would be really worried if I was Croatia, really trying to be on top of this Belconnen attack.
It's been a game of set pieces so far. We see another one here. So Izzy Hindmarsh looking near post. Ball won by Ellie Summers. Claims it comfortably. Take her time. Looks for Riley McQueenie though, who's in space, and the run could be on for Stella DeMarco. Not really her territory. Up on that left wing. Ball won back by McQueenie, but Bronte Pike determined to win the ball back. And Bella Barrage is showing how hard she is to dispossess. It's a good ball by Berkeley, but Stella DeMarco offside. Both sides hungry for the ball though in that midfield.
We can see Croatia trying to take the initiative in that midfield. Maybe a little bit of uncertainty with the DeMarco sisters just being new to the team, and we can see Jamie trying to find Stella there, and Stella being a little bit offside, and we can see Barrett trying to find Nat, and not quite on the same page with some of the runs, but I think we'll even see in this game that relationship will start to develop, and that'll be really scary for Belconnen to go up against.
Yeah, dangerous player to watch. Out for. It's a throw for Emily Hay. Seen a lot of the ball looking long for Cram. Header won by Churchill. Started strongly at the back for Croatia. And that new defensive partnership alongside Maya Cameron, who returns after spelling NPL New South Wales.
I'm keeping my eye on Alina Roberts on the other side of the field, and you can see her coming in now. She is going to be dangerous just for that quick switch of play, and you can tell that she's keen for it. Here's the run on now. Alina's got a one-on-one in the box.
Yeah, Alina Roberts looking for Hattie Cram, who got there and only finds the side netting. Danger woman you outlined, Sam. Alina Roberts in and around the area, nearly created a big chance of Belconnen. They're going to need her and Hattie Cram to step up this season. At the moment, without Kira Bobbin, NPL Women's Player of the Season, 26 goals in the league.
And how do you replace that? How do you replace so many goals in such quality play?
That's it.
She's at Canberra United now, which I would say deservedly so. But that'll be the big question for Scott Conlon. And I'd say that he probably wants some of those goals right now in what is a really tight game so far. Very back and forth.
Yeah, good link up there between Nat DeMarco and Bella Barrage. That pass couldn't find Riley McQueenie, who's been dangerous down that left wing for Canberra Croatia.
Croatia's still winning the ball, and I know Nat is very keen to get on the scorer's sheet. She's moving very aggressively and knows how to score a goal.
Yeah, she is on the ball. Nat DeMarco Lovely link up between her and McQueenie, and Norris's ball in. Was looking for Ginger Oliver. And that's a comfortable claim for Matilde Laurel Ty. And pass looking for Martins, who flicks it on, looking for DeCampley. Well read by Cameron. And again, Barrage using her strength in that midfield, and one back by Corrie. Churchill settling things down for Croatia. That's a Marco. Finding Oliver. A long pass looking for Berkeley, and Rhiannon Fensom again covering superbly for Belconnen. Throw for Ellie Raymond. Berkeley trying to link up with Barrach. Oliver, won by Steffi Legends.
So far, Belconnen are playing really smart in defense, making all the right decisions, closing off the options. But I really want to see if Croatia can crack open this defense. It might happen right now.
Riley McQueenie. Her shot takes a deflection off Pike. That's a corner for Croatia. Nervy moment in the box for that defensive line. It'll be another Ginger Oliver delivery for Belconnen to deal with.
As you said before, Ginger Oliver, so dangerous, such a quick addition to the team, and especially from corner takers, you don't need as much work to get them into sort of the positioning of the team.
That's it, always. It's a good delivery. This one looking for Berkeley again. Found her head. Stella DeMarco will pick up the scraps. And there's a player down for Belconnen.
Was that the captain?
I think it's... Have to see. They're bringing on the trainer. She's back to her feet though. Bronte Pike just looked to be a painful one. Looks like she will be okay to continue though.
While we've got a moment, I just want to say it is great to see Matilde back on the field. She's a stellar goalkeeper, and I know that she would have been really disappointed not to be part of the finals run for Belconnen last season. Claire Joseph did an excellent job stepping up from Resi's. She actually started in ANU previous season as a goalkeeper, but was unfortunately not signed back on. So a lot of good stories within the Belconnen keeping room, but again, really happy to see Matilde back. She's such a force.
Yeah, promising young goalkeeper at the back for Belconnen. Back underway. McQueenie's looking for that long ball in. Will be picked up by Lena Roberts, but Oliver is there and Roberts gets it out of play.
Really solid header from Fenson, commanding the space in the center there.
Berkeley's pass can't find a teammate. Legends look back for Fensom. DeCampley goes up for the header. And Churchill plays it into an area for Eliza Jane Norris to run into. She will take on Emily Hay. Obviously, first game of the season, but hasn't been the same dominance that Belconnen played with in 2025. But yeah, early days so far. Picked up by Annika Corrie. DeCampley making the run. Corrie will just continue to drive forward. Her pass can't find a teammate.
I think we're seeing a lot of really great work. Oh, bit of commentator's curse there, but I think we're seeing a lot of really great work from the Croatia signings so far in the match. I would say that's probably the biggest difference here, because Belconnen seems to be playing the same kind of game that they were playing last season, but Croatia just has more options on the attack now, and you can see Nat DeMarco working real hard and just being a constant presence up front.
Yeah, they look good. Canberra Croatia, their first match of this season. With this new look team as well. Bronte Pike driving forward now, has Emily Hay to her right, couldn't find her teammate. Pass is not really clicking at the moment for Belconnen.
Especially in the first 5 minutes, it did look like Belconnen of last season, just lots of opportunities down the line, very dominant in that area, but you can see that Croatia is now applying the pressure, and it almost feels like Belconnen's a little bit on the back foot. They're sort of trying to find themselves, find their shape here, but you know as soon as they do, they'll be a real danger.
It's a bit of a new look team. Obviously, as you mentioned, when you have a player of Kieran Bobbin's quality who accounts for 26 goals, got plenty of assists as well. So many goals came through her that it won't be the same. Still plenty of quality on that field though. Berkeley, lovely link-up play by Croatia. Oliver can't find Berkeley. Croatia come again, given away by Fensom.
Another thing that's a little understated, but Belconnen's captain not being here from last season, deciding to put up the boots, at least for the moment, it makes a big difference, especially when a team is under pressure.
It does. It's a very young team out there. Riley McQueenie shaping to have a go. Didn't connect, but that ball might just stay in, and Laurel Ty was aware of the presence of Nat DeMarco closing her down.
It can sometimes be scary as a keeper when you're coming back from injury to take dives like that, but clearly a lot of confidence from Midfield, doing a great job out there.
That's what you want to see from the back. Alina Roberts trying to take on the whole Croatia team. She's done well. And Bella Barac, though, wins it back. Hey, with a heavy touch, picked up by Norris, who has a bit of room to advance into. Not too many options around her. She's looking for Barac. Picked up by Pike. Hindmarsh. And Churchill dispossessed by DeCampley.
But no options for Churchill. No, the secondary run from Corey was there, but it was a little late. Did a lot of hard work to win that ball, and then just had nowhere to go. But they get the throw in. We'll see what they can do with this.
Yeah, Belconnen edging their way towards the goal that they haven't troubled for a while.
Again, I want to keep an eye on Roberts, just hanging on the outside for the switch. Could come at any time.
Corey's heavy touch. She might get it back. Annika Corey. And it's taken a deflection out for a corner. Hindmarsh again will be the taker. We played just over 20 minutes of this one. Score remains Belconnen 1, Croatia 1 in the NPL Women's Charity Shield. It's going to be Hindmarsh to take. It's a high one, looking for Rhiannon Fensom, who climbs, and watched all the way by Ellie Summers.
Like I said, 14 goals in 19 matches. Even though she's playing centre back, it's always good to have multiple threats throughout your team for those goal scoring opportunities.
Yeah, end of the season. Played a lot of the season up front, did Rhiannon Fensom. Only a centre back. Lovely little touch from Alina Roberts, and Churchill had to be wary of Alex Martins. Belconnen building.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu. We've been here at least 4 times with a throw-in from almost exactly this spot on the field. And Belconnen doing a lot with it, I think. This will be sort of their comfort area. This will allow them to get a bit more settled again. And as you said, they haven't troubled the goalkeeper in a little while, but I feel like it's coming soon.
Yeah, getting closer. Croatia defense holding off the threat effectively so far. Bronte Pike looking for Cram. Martins trying to find Hay. And well won by Churchill. Throw goes the way of Croatia. It's done well, Alice Churchill.
I will say we're about 22 minutes in, 23 minutes in, 1-1. Do you think, as the coach for Croatia, you'd be happy with this result, or would you want a few more on the board?
Yeah, it's pre-season, obviously, so don't know if they give this competition too much weight, but it is a chance to win silverware, and it's a chance to get the season started strongly. Having not beaten Belconnen last season, a win here for Croatia would be massive for their season and their confidence as well. McQueenie Fensom gets there first. Barrach again causing Belconnen plenty of issues in that midfield. Martins, Roberts, header won by Norris, and Cram takes it on and might just stay in. Not the end product she wanted from that one, but half chance for Belconnen. They've camped Croatia deep in that corner. Hindmarsh flicks it on. Berkeley wasn't aware of where Martins was, and Summers will claim that one comfortably. Lovely touch by McQueenie. Stopped it dead out of the air from the pass from Summers, and now Norris. Again, not many options forward for Croatia. Up in the air. Not quite away by Fenton. A bit of a miscommunication there. Sorted out eventually. Barrach again. Don't know if she's lost a duel today, Bella Barrach.
You were right before when you said that things were starting to get a little bit feisty. An awkward tackle, but nothing came of it. And I am very curious to see about the battle between Barrach and the centre backs, because she is really taking it to them and finding some success with the ball there.
She is. Both attacking and defensive. She seems to win every duel she goes into today. It is one of the hallmarks of her as a player. Very difficult to dispossess, and a player who is very good at winning the ball back for a side as well. Marco trying to put it away from Pike. Hindmarsh trying to send Roberts away. They're collected by Martins, and Hattie Cram makes the run, and her first time finish just didn't really arrive to where she wanted it to be. Grass is looking a bit long today, so ball isn't traveling at the same speed potentially. Why that move broke down.
It is looking a little uneven in places. However, considering the playing fields that we've got at the moment and the state of some of them, I would say that this is some of the best grass you're going to find in Canberra or Queanbeyan at the moment.
That's it.
That run, though, was so dangerous. And I think if you see that, you know that if one or two more of those come about, then a goal will certainly follow.
It will. Belconnen have had a few opportunities.
I would like to see Stella DeMarco get a little bit more involved. I feel like she's still finding her feet in the Croatia side. Hopefully she gets the ball now, but I know that she can be an absolute opportunity creator in that midfield when she gets going, and I just feel like she hasn't gone there yet.
Yeah, hasn't seen as much of the ball. Long throw from Hay looking for DeCampley, who's flick on, can't find a teammate, and receive the ball cannoning into the back of her head. Belconnen continue. Hindmarsh is having a go from long range, and what a save from Summers.
What a stop there. Diving with the right hand lifted up, just cleared the crossbar. You can see from the body language, she's happy with the shot. She's happy with the save, but she's not happy about the shot coming in and having a player of that quality take a shot from basically open space.
Yeah, you can't give her that much time with the ball. Hindmarsh, a player certainly capable of scoring from that range. She nearly did. Hindmarsh is on the corner, looking for Alina Roberts, and the header finds DeCampley, who flicks it up. Header won by Cameron and away by Croatia. Nervy moment at the back again, off the back of a Belconnen set piece. Legends. Raymond contesting with the ball away by Berkeley. Fensom came off the head of Oliver. It's a throw for Belconnen.
We're hearing a very lively crowd at the moment. It is good to see so many people out on a hot Saturday in the afternoon cheering on both teams. Some significant support for these players.
It is a bit of a hot one. Barrach again contesting with Pike. That's becoming a bit of a key battle to watch. Those two players then will go 100% into every challenge. Stella DeMarco can't find a teammate. Martins, Roberts. Martins looking forward to Campley. Away by Summers. Fensom. Lovely touch by Hindmarsh. Bit of room for Legends. Nina Roberts. Just a bit of a disjointed move by Belconnen going forward. There was a lot of time for Legends, not too much movement ahead of her.
I think that is one of those things, you're seeing these balls into the back, but you're not seeing anybody get onto the end of it, and maybe just slight communication issues. Having said that, though, Croatia's line has been holding so well. I would say that if you go back 12 months to last season, you probably wouldn't see such high-quality defending from that line. Not at the fault of the players, just Belconnen was so sharp at piercing those defensive lines.
Yeah, strong performance so far. Roberts tussling with Raymond. Bit of a shake of the head from Alina Roberts. Raymond and Berkeley were very determined to win the ball back, you could say.
They set very high standards for themselves, I will say. Roberts is probably disappointed not to have given away that free throw, but she's doing a great job on the wing there. Just stopping the attacks before they become a problem, blocking off Corey before she can even get a sniff of the ball.
Croatia linking up well.
Still an option here. Oliver needs to push up.
Churchill can't find a teammate, only finds Annika Corey. Plays it out to Hattie Cram to run onto. Norris getting back. Cram waits for the run of Corey, but waited too long. The option was on for Cram to potentially take on Norris.
A great read from DeMarco, though, to come in and take that ball away from Corey, because she looked ready to go.
Yeah, good cover up. And the ball in from Cram finds DeCampley. Hits the crossbar. Raymond.
Oh, no.
Summers, I should say, is down.
She's gripping her head as well. You never want to see that from a keeper. I didn't quite see what happened with the collision, but it looked pretty heavy.
Yeah, Belconnen nearly getting in on goal. Alyssa DeCampley colliding with Ellie Summers, who's sat up. Looks like just a bit of a bump, potentially.
Yeah,
but a big chance for Alyssa DeCampley made by Hattie Cram. A really good involvement from her down that right-hand side.
We're seeing a battle of styles almost. We're seeing that sort of steady build-up play by Belconnen, slowly making their way down the field and try and find those link-up passes, which we haven't seen at 100%, but you can see the bones of it. And as soon as that starts to click and everyone starts being on the same page, you can see how dangerous that is. But I'm really loving Croatia's defense. As I said, if we've wound the timer back to last season, even the final, they're doing a lot of defending, but it's good defending. They're winning the ball, they're getting it out wide, they're keeping it away from those danger zones, and that's something that I'm sure they'll be really happy with. Obviously, you want to then convert it into chances on the other side, and it'll be good to see Croatia kind of build up to that chance creation, but again, the defense is holding so strong against what was an overwhelming attack last season.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Croatia, at times going forward, have linked up really well. There's been some nice patterns of play. As you mentioned, haven't been able to capitalize so far. They have the players to do it, though.
Absolutely. So much talent in that midfield and front three, or front two. Let's see if Barrett can get the ball here and keep that fight up, and if she can link up with Nat DeMarco as well.
Up it goes from Summers.
I don't think you're going to beat Fenson in the air, unfortunately. A strong presence in those aerial battles, converting it into an attack now.
Yeah, very strong backline for Belconnen.
Again, we're back at the same spot for this throw-in. I feel like Belconnen should just set up some chairs there to get a bit closer.
That's it. Plenty of attacks down that side. Canberra Croatia really were the only team to get close to beating Belconnen last season in the league. Olympic gave them a bit of a scare in the cup, but winding it back to that round 3 game in 2025, they actually led the game 3-2 before Belconnen came back to win 4-3. So they got close at times last season, but I mean that was the closest any side really got in the league.
Some key injuries probably affected them, I would say, but they're looking strong now. They're looking good. They're looking ready to go. I know it's not in the season, but silverware is always going to motivate the players, and you can see it from the amount of effort that's being put in. I also want to highlight Churchill. She's been under a ton of pressure on that left side of Croatia, and she's held up so strong for the majority of it.
Yeah, Alice Churchill, a big signing for them, a player returning to them, and what a ball that is for Ginger Oliver. And Laurel Tai closed down the angle. Good goalkeeping. Croatia come again with Oliver, her first real chance of the game. Comes out to Maya Cameron. She's having a go from long range. Is it going to dip in? What an effort from Cameron. Could have been dropping anywhere and just missed in the end. It was swerving away a little bit, but not a bad hit.
And we see Oliver having a huge impact on this game. I will say, it is strange to see her in Croatia colours, but she's looking really comfortable out there against a very strong pair of defenders that we can see now.
Yeah, really good pickup for Croatia. Fenson finding the feet of DeCampli. Back it goes to Bronte Pike. Now Rhiannon Fenson. Runs being made by Legends, and Fenson's pass nearly found Alex Martins. Now Legends. Cram and Roberts have swapped sides momentarily, and here's Cram down the left, away by Churchill.
Dealt with it smartly there. I don't think you're going to do much better than getting it out over that sideline.
Legends looking for Corey, who turns away from a marker, away by Stella DeMarco. Oliver, on by Corey.
Poor Sal got a salvo there.
He did. Recovered very quickly though.
Ready to take the shot. Will we see in action shots on the Facebook page this week?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Of that moment would be very nice.
Couldn't have been any closer.
True. Annika Corey. Defended the final 10 minutes of the game. Hattie Cram taking on Raymond, and Raymond did well. Up against Cram. Missed out for much of last season after injuring herself in the 2025 Charity Shield. That game was won by Belconnen 3-0. Lisa Carey, Lisa DeCampley, Izzy Heinmarsh saw off Canberra Olympic. That ball from Pike is looking for Alyssa DeCampley, and it bounced just in front of Summers, and both players seemed to get something on it. In the end, it found the grateful arms of Ellie Summers. Berkeley back to Churchill.
See the movement up, and a strong line from Belconnen, but the through ball looks, it was near perfect, but unfortunately against this Belconnen side, you've got to be perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad idea by McQueenie. Need something very special to find Norris in behind.
There have been some holes we saw, obviously, with Ginger's opportunity not long ago. Overall, though, I think, yeah, very solid, very smart. As I said, it was curious to see how Fenson would do in this new setup, and it feels like she's been playing with Belco forever, honestly. She looks so comfortable.
Roberts looking for Cram. That's a testing back pass from Raymond, but comfortably collected by Ellie Summers, not under any significant pressure. So almost at the end of this first half. Started with 2 early strikes, first by Bronte Pike and then the response from Jamie Berkeley. But since then it's been a very even, cagey game. It's been a few chances for either side. Haven't been able to find a goal that would give them a lead.
And that's the thing. As a spectator, I'm loving this game. I know if you support either team, you probably want to see them clearly winning, but we've seen a lot of back and forth action in both ends of the field, and it'll really be about who blinks first, to be honest.
Lovely turn by Corrie, but she's dispossessed by Berkeley, and she gives Oliver something to latch onto, and she'll get there ahead of Legends. And Oliver's ball deflects off Legends. I think in the end, well defended, well recovered by Legends. But what a chance for Croatia. Ginger Oliver showcasing her speed down that right-hand side.
She was actually going so fast that none of the other Croatia players were even able to keep up and make that secondary run. Even if she'd gotten that pass off, I saw 5 Belconnen shirts and I think 1 Croatian. So Ginger maybe needs to slow down a little bit on the attack, but it's great to see her just beat a player for speed.
That's it, given away by Summers, and Alex Martins is having a go over the bar in the end. After the giveaway by the goalkeeper, but Croatia survive.
Both teams settled down a little bit. We've had opportunities on both sides, but for the most part, the battle's been in the midfield, which is exactly what you want to see in a cup game. Stella DeMarco with a nice little ball to the wing and a good tight pass there.
Lovely release from Oliver looking for Norris. Picked up by Alina Roberts. She can't find her teammate. Bit of room for Barrach to run into. And she collides with Bronte Pike. The referee says play on. Berkeley picks it up. It's those two again though. Barrach and Bronte Pike. Oliver turns inside Legends. Shaping for a shot but closed down by Legends. And Laurel Ty has to put it out of play, so a nervy moment for Belconnen, but everyone was expecting the whistle to blow, but I guess it was a bit of a 50-50. You couldn't really...
I mean, the ball had left Barrach's foot, and I think it was an honest-to-goodness just collision there. Yet again, we see Oliver do these lovely plays, but just have no one to give it to afterwards. I feel like that'll be maybe a discussion point at the halftime.
Yeah, potentially. Fensom being closed down by Barrach. And Oliver shuts down Legends.
It was a good fight by Oliver there. We'll see what happens here because it's a very small area that Belconnen have got to work with.
And a one by Berkeley. Hindmarsh does well to get there first. Long it goes looking for De Campley. Maya Cameron leaving it for Ellie Raymond.
We know Ellie can throw it long. I think she was looking for Barrach, but Barrach, and again, trying to reach Barrach there, but I don't think Barrach was expecting it.
They've hit a few long passes for Croatia to run into, but their, I guess, front two at times has been Barrach and Natamarco, who their strength isn't those aerial wins, I guess you could say, but...
As a fellow player who struggles with aerial wins, absolutely can agree with that. Shout out to the short king and queens. But
shout out.
But I will say they make up for it with the fight on the ball once it's on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. Barrach particularly has been very strong today, and Oliver testing the pace of Fensom, and not the player you really want to test, but a shanked clearance by Laurel Ty. Looking for Roberts. Referee asked to blow a whistle again, and Roberts lost her footing. Croatia win the ball back. There's been a few questions asked by the bench, but Aisha Strutt happy to let the game flow, which is what you want to see, really.
And that's the thing. Both sides have already forgotten about the foul, and now it's about the attack in the box. Great header from Fenson. Churchill's got the ball.
Ginger Oliver. And the clearance finds Hay. The question is asked by Croatia players. Did that hit the arm of, I think it was Emily Hay? Referee says no. game continues. Croatia have Belconnen penned into their box here. Norris.
Unfortunately, no VAR for capital football just yet.
Just yet. It's coming.
But,
offside flag up for Norris.
I dare say they would have wanted it there to go back and check the replay. And this is what it's coming down to. It's coming down to these sort of fine margins of maybe a handball here or a rough tackle there, but all it takes is one of those decisions to go the way of one of the teams, and I think that'll be the difference maker. Both defenses playing so well and stymieing the attacks. Though, having said that, might have cursed myself a little bit here.
And we've reached the conclusion of 45 minutes. Expect only a few to be added on. It's been fairly free-flowing. Pike looking for Alina Roberts.
Very competitive game, which you love to see. I'm sure I'm not alone in thinking that
Picked
maybe
up by
Belconnen.
Hindmarsh, however, through balls found De Campley. The run made forward by Cram, and De Campley can't find a teammate. Potentially early signs of the season with much of her team still getting forward. Not many options by the run of Cram, and that would have been a very difficult pass to pull off.
Potentially a little bit of fatigue setting in. It is a very hot day.
It is.
No shade. And we're very close to the end of the half.
Yeah. Yeah, not the temperature you want to be playing a game at.
I mean, it's heating up on the field already with just the way the players are going at each other.
It's true. It's true. Altai looking long. Norris plays it out with the head.
And again, I think this is how Belconnen will want to end it, with this attack down this side, this right sideline for them. Somewhere they've been peppering all game.
Yeah, potentially last play of the half here. And it goes off Churchill.
This could be it. You'd hate to concede a goal right before the half.
Yeah, don't want to be conceding now of all times. Throw from Hay. Comes off the head of Roberts. That'll be a goal kick.
Referee's checking their watch.
Summers waiting for the ball.
I think Summers has done an excellent job after the conceding of the first goal off the corner. Just been really in command of her box, and only a few little blips here and there.
Yeah, she's had a good game so far. Ellie Summers. Raymond plays that ball out. Legends looking for Cram. Oliver driving into space. Finds Hindmarsh. The pass is on for Roberts. And away by Churchill. Did well.
Great clearance there. Couldn't quite be controlled. And now Croatia's in a command.
Now Jamie Berkeley with the ball out wide. Looking for Nat DeMarco. Turns away. Bella Baric is in plenty of space, and she's found by the pass of Oliver. But again, it's a slower one.
I think Belconnen played right there, not giving Baric an opportunity to turn. Look at this quick counterattack, though.
Norris has got the ball. She'll take on Emily Hay for pace. Hay does really well.
Unfortunately,
and that is the halftime whistle. So Belconnen United, who opened the scoring after 5 minutes, through Bronte Pike, cancelled out by goal 2 minutes later to equalise by Jamie Berkeley. 2 set pieces early. It's been a very tight game. All to play for in the second half. Difficult one to predict at this stage, Sam.
What a game, honestly. I think coming into it, we could all agree that Belconnen felt like favourites, but Croatia has absolutely taken it to them. I'm really curious to see what changes are made at the second half. As you said, we're not in the NPL season, but this is a real statement for both teams, how they play this game. And I want to see how Belconnen reacts to this, because it might be a bit of a shock for some of the players who played through last season.
Yeah, potentially. Plenty of young names on the bench for Belconnen, plenty of experience on the bench for Croatia. Will that be the deciding factor? We'll see. For now, we'll be back for the second half. At halftime, the score is Belconnen United 1, Canberra Croatia 1.
Spectators must never become violent or antisocial towards another person, including spectators, players, coaches, or match officials. Any person identified engaging in disorderly behaviour or who otherwise causes a disturbance may be evicted from the venue and potentially banned from attending for future matches. Spectators must not enter the field of play or playing area without lawful authority. Significant penalties apply for breaching this condition of entry, including being evicted from the venue and potentially banned from attending future matches.
Don't worry about coming.
Oh wow, that's it, yeah. Yeah, when I go there I come back and I'm like, I can't stay down, that's kind of exhausted. The wedding, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely day before you leave school and especially daycare. Yeah, need a spa day or something. Yeah. Brother's a lefty and I'm a lefty, so that's where I think Jack gets the left side. Like, Rob's trying to wear
welcome back to the field, Belconnen United and Canberra Croatia.
Hello and welcome back to the National Premier League Women's Charity Shield here at Stryda Park. In the competition supporting the Josh for Hearts Foundation, a foundation working to screen young athletes' hearts and educate communities to recognise and respond when every second counts. And the halftime score is Belconnen United 1, Canberra Croatia 1. It's been an engaging watch so far. It seems like there's been a few halftime changes. We'll welcome back Sam Greatorex to commentary. Sam, excited for another half of football between these two.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks. And that was Sam Watson as well doing the main announcing. Thanks
That's it,
Sam.
yep.
I think we saw a few key matchups emerging. We saw Rhiannon Fenson doing really well in the center there. We saw Barrage, basically key matchup with everybody on the field. And I'm loving the way that Croatia is playing this game and just holding out against such a good attack from last season.
Yeah, it seems like there's been a few second half changes as well. Looks like Megan Castle's out there for Canberra Croatia, replacing Nat DeMarco, and Layla Billington is also out for Belconnen. Looks like Alex Martins has been replaced at halftime as well. So what do you make of those changes, Sam?
Look, I didn't want to say it in the first half, but it felt like Nat was everywhere, moving across the field, up and down the field, and given the heat and everything, we've got a slightly cool breeze that's come in, which is really lovely, but on a day like today, there's only so long you can be running around like that. It might have been something that the coach decided before the game as well, of course. It is a cup game, it's not the grand final. So Sam Odgers might want to be resting some of his new players.
Yeah. Well, underway for the second half. Canberra Croatia kicking from right to left against Belconnen United. One change aside. Megan Castle out there for Croatia. Player who scored many goals for Gungahlin. 13 in the league. What a player to be able to bring back. Obviously, she was on the books of Croatia in 2024.
And the physical contest continues right down in that sideline area where we saw so much action happen in the first half.
Hindmarsh looking for the pass to Hattie Cram. Started strong down that side. She'll chase after this one, but Churchill gets there first.
Another long throw, nearly controlled.
Yeah, Churchill looking for Norris, and a play off Anna Kikori. Castle controlling that ball.
We've got a few high work rate players in here as well. Of course, Jamie Berkeley always wanted to be part of it. And here's Churchill on the run.
Yeah, lovely link up with Liza J. Norris. Ginger Oliver running through on goal there. New dynamic for Croatia, though, with Megan Castle as the central striker. Different player to Nat DeMarco, very good at holding up the ball. Bit more of a typical number 9 than Nat DeMarco, who's, as we said, typically more an attacking midfielder.
And you can already see that with Castle staying up and holding a high line, trying to split the center backs there. getting in on the back of the fence, and I think she'll be a real threat if they can link up to her with a good ball into that area.
Layla Billington on for Belconnen, player who spent most of the season in reserves, but has had a couple of seasons now with a few first grade games here and there. Is this her time to make her mark? A very technical player in that midfield. Matilda Laurel Ty looks long for Cram, who's flick on. Didn't connect, and Norris will take on Hind Marshall. See it out for a throw. From Hay, header won by Berkeley. Marsh. Hay gives it away to Oliver. Little flicking behind, looking for Castle.
I believe Oliver's switched sides as well, so she's on the left now, just because she always seems to be closest to the camera, probably unintentional. But that could be something. She's also staying up quite high, which we saw her do some really good runs in the first half using her pace. So maybe they want to use that now, but to be on the end of some of those through balls.
A nervy moment at the back. Summers read it well again against Alyssa DeCompany. Bit of room for Castle. Well won by Pike again. Ashley's been doing all game. Billington now can drive forward, and the pass could have come off to Cram if it didn't hit her teammate, Alyssa DeCompany.
Yet again in this half, we've been to both goalkeepers have had to collect balls. Not difficult balls, but we've troubled both keepers, which is, again, really good to see. Here's Oliver receiving the ball quite high up, looking for a pass in.
Yeah, driving forward. Ginger Oliver can't find a teammate with that pass, though. And a common theme for both sides going forward, can't have that killer pass, you could say, in the final third. Raymond driving forward, but Legends won it ahead of her.
We're starting off the second half just like we finished the first. Very physical contest. A couple of players hit the ground already. I think McQueenie would have wanted to be on the end of that pass from before across the field.
Barrage contesting with Corey. Calmly done by Bronte Pike. Can't find Billington. Comes out to Hindmarsh. A bit of room now for DeCampley, and Cram is making the run. Did she wait too long? Hattie Cram up against Norris. It's Hattie Cram, and it's over the bar.
You can tell from the shake of the head that she wants that one back again, but she was in acres of space, so really good, aggressive run there from Hattie Cram.
Difficult to find the back of the net on her right foot, on that right-hand side. Asking a lot of her. Not a bad effort from Cram, but a player who knows she can do better. Two really good goal-scoring seasons with Belconnen in 2023 and 2024. Obviously that injury last campaign saw her miss much of the season. Barrach again, so strong, so difficult to rid of possession, and Churchill took a chance and it paid off, but Layla Billington was keeping her on her toes. Raymond back to Maya Cameron, who's looked very comfortable at the back for Croatia, and here she is driving forward. Free kick goes the way of Croatia.
A perfect center back run there from Cameron. She's a little slow to get up, but I think she did. That was a fantastic effort to move the ball forward and then to get the free kick.
It was.
We're seeing DeMarco drop back a little bit. I don't know if that was a halftime talk or if she's just more comfortable in this sort of area now that Nat's off the field, but that's something to watch as well.
Cameron gives it away, not the set piece she intended. And Cram is free this time and has been found by DeCampley. It's Hattie Cram, and it's wide. Another big chance for her, but becoming increasingly more dangerous down that right-hand side. Just needed a bit of a better first touch to set herself. Not a great giveaway by Maya Cameron. Has had a really good game on the whole, though. Queenie trying to turn away. She's very quick. Holds off Roberts, but won back by Legends.
Belconnen definitely setting the pace for this second half so far. Let's see if Croatia can break out. Not right now, though.
Yeah, Bronte Pike driving her way forward. Looking for DeCampley, couldn't find her. Out it comes to McQueenie with a bit of room. Header won by Hay. Now Hindmarsh looking to release Cram. And comfortable save in the end by Summers, but every time Hattie Cram gets forward, it turns into a big chance for Belconnen.
She had somewhat of a quiet first half, but right now, Cram is the star player. She only needs to get on the end of another one of those fantastic runs, and I think she'll get a goal.
Yeah, I feel like she'll get another chance. Hasn't been able to hit the target yet, Cram, but growing more and more dangerous with those runs in behind. Croatia struggling to contain her at the start of this second half. Castle holds off 2 players. Berkeley skips through. One back by Belconnen. Question asked of a foul. Referee says no. A reminder, if this game finishes even after 90 minutes, we head straight to penalties. No extra time in this one.
Boy, that would be an exciting finish, I think, for this cup game. Something for the ages, especially after what happened with Belconnen and Croatia last season and how those games ended.
Yeah, it would. Always a lottery, those ones.
As a coach, you just shake hands and say good luck to everyone.
That's it.
Well, pressure here.
Yeah, Pike opting for the safety of the touchline. Croatia can get forward now.
Great run from McQueenie. McQueenie seems to be everywhere at the front now. She almost seems to have taken Nat DeMarco's efforts and made them her own.
Yeah, ball won there by Hay. Stella DeMarco holding off Annika Corey, forcing her back. Now Maya Cameron can drive forward. Lovely pass for Raymond, and her cross is looking for Oliver at the back post. Oliver gets there and lobs it. And it's an own goal from Bronte Pike. Canberra Croatia have a second half lead. And Bronte Pike, who's been so strong for Belconnen, just misjudged it. The crossfield pass from Raymond, lobbed up into the air by Ginger Oliver in an attempt to keep it in. And goalkeeper and centre back, maybe a bit of a miscommunication. The Canberra Croatia lead against last season's quadruple winners.
After a first 10 minutes where it seemed like Belconnen was absolutely dictating the pace, all it takes is a couple of good key passes. I want to highlight, I believe it was Raymond there as well. Beautiful ball in to Oliver.
Yeah, dangerous delivery. Ball held up. Oliver
respond now.
Tried to launch it high, and now unfortunate one for Bronte Pike, who's been so strong today and who opened the scoring for Belconnen. Hattie Cram looking to respond, wins a corner for her side.
We can see Fenson coming up again. Not sure if he'll go all the way into the box. In the first half, the corners and the set pieces were the real danger. Both goals scored off it, so it's good to see Belconnen get one of those immediately after a goal. This will be a real danger time for Croatia.
It'll be Hindmarsh again on the delivery. This one looking for Roberts. Header won by Stella DeMarco. Fensom in strongly, collides with Cameron. Lovely turn away by DeCampley, but Ellie Raymond there wins the ball. There's a free kick called against Maya Cameron, though, on the edge of the box. And that is a very dangerous area.
It's basically a short corner here. I think Belconnen is setting up exactly as they would a corner, but the pass is going to be so much more accurate from the shorter distance. Really scary stuff for Croatia.
Yeah, Izzy Hindmarsh to take again. Bronte Pike lurking at that back post alongside Rhiannon Fensom. Nervy moments for Canberra Croatia. Hindmarsh's delivery is a tester, and it's in the back of the net.
Goodness.
Izzy Hindmarsh. And again they respond. Just minutes after Croatia took the lead. Izzy Hindmarsh She created the first goal. She scored the second direct from the free kick. And we're all square yet again, minutes after.
These two teams cannot be separated. This is incredible. Most of the first half, after the two set pieces, was a lot of back and forth action but no goals, and now we've seen 2 goals in the first 12 minutes of this half. Barrett has the ball, looks to play smart and simple, keep it controlled, getting it out wide to Raymond.
Looking for Megan Castle. Raymond back for Maya Cameron.
Speculative pass in, Barrett trying to get on the end of it.
Header one by Pike, who collides with McQueenie. Play on. Riley McQueenie driving. Now Rhiannon Fensom. She cuts inside. She's done really well. And Legends gone back to defend. Again, Jamie Berkeley. Miscue clearance by Hay. Oliver tried to pick it up away by Hay. It'll be a Croatia throw.
And just like that, we're in Croatia's attacking third. Great response to conceding a goal. You can tell that both sides are real hungry to be scoring. They're not playing defensively here, even when they've got the lead.
Long it goes from Norris. Oliver will attempt to keep this in. And she has done. Hay recovers well enough. Pike will keep the ball in, and Oliver will pick it up and cross early, looking for Castle, who helps it on. And away by Hindmarsh. Picked up by Churchill. All of a sudden it's Croatia in the ascendancy again. Oliver looking for Castle. Fenson up in the air. Pike for DeCampley, and can't keep the ball in. It's a throw for Norris.
I think I'm seeing a little bit of fatigue from Barrack, who's obviously, her work rate's been incredible this game. I'm curious to see what happens around the 65th minute if the coaches decide to pull players. Maybe we'll see a few attacking changes depending on what's going on.
Yeah, as I mentioned, a strong bench for Croatia. Nadia Zachman, Megan Castle, obviously, who came on. And McGee, who is a young player but has a few first grade matches under her belt. And Cameron, header one by Alina Roberts.
That was a really good thing that Belconnen did last season, where they did bring in some of their Resi's players to play the first grade games, rather than only having top 11 starting every game. And you can see that it's paying dividends here in a high-stress situation.
Alina Roberts looking for the run forward by Layla Billington.
Billington did a really good job of using her body against a very experienced, very strong player.
Alina Roberts now driving at Churchill. Her pass finds Corey. Is DeCampley onside? No, she's not. It's a very nice finish. A good move from Belconnen. Nikki Corey with a bit of room at the top of the box. Could she have taken it on herself, potentially?
We also saw Cram free on the other side, running in, so options galore there.
A big chance goes begging for Belconnen.
It's looking like the kind of game where they can't let those things go, but we'll have to see what happens from here. I'm really curious. Croatia's been doing so good on the counterattack.
Cram looking for Billington. Stella DeMarco with that heavy touch. Cram trying to drive away from Churchill. And the cross in. She was collected by Norris. Anna Kikori shaping for the top left corner. What a goal that would have been. But Eliza Jane Norris galloped back so quickly, collided with Cram. No chance for a penalty though. A chance from Anna Kikori just wide and high.
I think we've got ourselves a game. This could finish really intensely, and it could come down to the smallest of margins.
It could do.
Those chances, though, if Belconnen ends up on the wrong side of this result, they're going to really wish they had those chances back.
They've had a few clear-cut ones in this second half. Croatia trying to get forward here and fence him again, saving Belconnen at the back with their pacing. Really good awareness of what's around her. Castle back for Stella DeMarco. And it comes for Maya Cameron, who we saw shoot from long range earlier in this one. Goes wide, a comfortable watch for Matilde Laurel Ty.
We're already seeing and the change there. She's gotten the ball a few times and created some good opportunities from holding that center and that high line.
And she has. Ball one back by McQueenie. Throw goes the way of Belconnen. Castle. Way by Legends. Raymond looking for Megan Castle. Raymond again up in the air looking for her number 9. Off the head of Legends.
I think Croatia will be pretty comfortable playing in this area. They're just close to the attacking third, and you can see they're just getting a lot of time on the ball when it goes backwards.
In the air by Pike, looking for Bella Barach, who's got there and found the flick, and Ginger Oliver's effort will stay in, away by Laurel Ty. And Bella Barach, essential in that move there. Oliver's hopeful flick towards goal. Couldn't find the back of the net, just dribbled wide.
Felt so threatening, just shifting across the face of the goal, the ball, and you know that Oliver would have loved to have been on the end of that.
Would have been a great way to start her career at Canberra, Croatia. Raymond. Lovely link up with McQueenie, but again Belconnen able to close them down, and unmarked clearance came off Raymond. Legends down the line and out of play for a Croatia throw. Looks like Belconnen are going to make a change. Hattie Cram is the player to be replaced. As we mentioned, to start this half, had so many chances in on goal, was making so many great runs in behind. She's replaced by Lily Altamore, number 29 for Belconnen. Play for them, who scored 6 goals in 2025. Young forward, she make her mark on this game. This is her first chance. Ball's plenty of space, and she'll knock it long and take on Eliza Jane Norris, who stands up to the task well. Welcomes Altamore to the game with a strong challenge.
I mean, beating fresh legs like that and a young player, great play by the Croatia fullback.
Norris has had a strong game at the back. Picked up by Billington here. Looking for DeCampley. I think the pass was intended for Alina Roberts, and Roberts asking for her to leave it in that situation. Throw in for Emily Hay. Looking for Annika Corrie, header won by Berkeley. Corrie, Hindmarsh. She's having a go on goal, and Summers is comfortably behind it, but that ball was moving from Hindmarsh.
Trying to find Berkeley with this pass. Plays it well, does Jamie Berkeley, to get the throw in. Again, we're seeing the Croatia backline being tested, and for the most part, they're passing with flying colours. Really impressive to see.
I played first grade in pro, mate.
There on the ball, Croatia. Castle holds off Pike, one back by Corrie. Her pass can't find a teammate. Cameron with a good ball in for Riley McQueenie. She's looking to release Oliver up in the air, but not really away by Hay. It's a very young combination down that Belconnen right-hand side. Berkeley, Oliver, looking for McQueenie. Billington does really well to get in ahead of Barrach. Knocks it out for Lily Altamore.
Barrach is looking for revenge, running right onto Corey, wanting to be part of the play. But Belconnen wisely just slows it down a little bit, tries to build up from the wing.
It's a good move. They've held onto the ball well. They've worked it wide again to Altamore. And we'll take on Norris again. Lovely first time pass into Corey. A low ball looking for Billington, and well won by Stella DeMarco. Another play goes for a Belconnen throw.
A very decisive run there from Corey. I think she's having a great game, and I think she's angling for an assist for some of these runs and passes in.
Another influential game from her. Obviously the match winner when these two met in the Federation Cup final last year. That was a heavy collision between Pike and Berkeley.
Yeah, and then they got bummed. They got bummed.
Hopefully everything's okay. No bad blood between the two players. There's been a lot of heavy contests, but I think both teams are aware it's just football. And when you've got two quality players like that, everyone understands the score.
That's it.
So, is it going to be Belconnen's possession on the drop ball?
I think that's what it is. Bronte Pike back to her feet. Belconnen's captain. She gets on the end of the drop ball. Emily Hay now looking for Altamore. Gets it away from Norris.
I think Altamore's had a little bit of a nervy introduction to the game. Hopefully we'll see her settle down a little bit. But I will say, what an intense game to be joining in the 65th minute or so.
It is. We're going to see a change for Croatia. Riley McQueenie heading off. Looks like Ellie Raymond will replace her on that right-hand side of the front three. And here, Nadia Zachman comes on for Croatia. She takes her regular position at fullback, pushes Raymond further forward too. Not a bad performance from Riley McQueenie. Had some good spells of involvement, but was contained on the whole by Belconnen. Annika Corey back for Bronte Pike.
We know Raymond is an absolute threat with the cross pass, and I think that's what Croatia is going to be angling for as they try to be a bit more creative and maybe change the way that they attack to try and penetrate the Belconnen defense.
Pike looking for Hay. Can't find her teammate. Berkeley. Shut down by Hay. Does really well. Picked up by Annika Corey. Layla Billington. It's made a really good impact off the bench, and she's trying to release Altamore. Churchill sees it back to Summers, who just gets it clear. Turns possession to Belconnen United. So we've got just under 20 minutes left of this one. Remains 2-2 after an early start to the first half and an early start to the second half from either side on the goal scoring front. Altamore trying to win the corner. Croatia have themselves penned in. Throw will go the way of Belconnen United. Hay looking for Alyssa DeCampley. She can't link up with Billington. It was a tight pass. Can Croatia turn defense into attack? Cameron. That's a great release from Cameron. It's found Nadia Zachman, her first involvement. Cuts inside. Alina Roberts. Barrach. Nice turn from Zachman, but Roberts stuck to her task and did well. Picked up by Churchill. Nice pass to find Ginger Oliver, who cuts inside and is shaping towards goal. Ginger Oliver! Oh, it's hit the post, and it's in by Jamie Berkeley. And Canberra Croatia retake the lead. What an effort from Oliver. Cut inside on that right foot. Came off both posts. And that is the easiest finish you'll ever see from Jamie Berkeley. Her second of the game, Croatia's third. And they lead this Charity Shield for the second time. What a goal that could have been for Ginger Oliver.
I think someone will have to tell her she got the assist. I don't know if she noticed that it didn't quite go in, but what a strike from Oliver to hit both sidebars of the goals, and so good that someone, I think was it Berkeley, was awake to finish it off.
Yeah, what a finish that could have been. Easy finish in the end for Jamie Berkeley.
She won't mind adding one more goal to her tally, I don't think.
It's her second of the game. She'll be happy with that.
Again, we see a long shot from Oliver pay dividends. Such a set piece and long goal merchant, Ginger Oliver, and making an immediate impact for Croatia.
That's the quality Ginger Oliver is bringing to this Canberra Croatia front line.
It is always an interesting thing when you add what is an opponent for a lot of seasons to your team, but you can see that she's stamping her authority into this game.
Given away by DeCampley nearly. Well, Belconnen United at the moment are staring down the barrel of their first defeat in what would be over a year since that 2024 grand final loss against Canberra Olympic. I see another change for Belconnen United. Maya Rathalski replaces Alyssa DeCampley. So we'll see what changes that makes the front line. Looks like Alina Roberts will play through the middle. Rathalski played just off her on the left-hand side of that front three. So a second change for Belconnen, or third change. Castle away from Pike, who's gone down again. Stayed down, and Oliver puts it out of play. Oh, heavy coming together with Bronte Pike and Megan Castle.
Hopefully she's okay. You'd hate for this to be the end of the season. I will say both coaches have subbed in their right wings, which is really interesting when you see that on opposite sides of the field. So I think we can safely say that both teams are angling to try and put this game away. Croatia obviously in the lead, but there's not a lot of time left in the game. And I think they usually say the easiest way to make sure you win a 3-2 game is to make it a 4-2 game. But could Croatia create holes in their backline and their midfield trying to chase that goal? Because I don't think they're the kind of team to sit on their line and try and play the timeout.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're nearly about to enter the final 15 minutes of this match. Canberra Croatia, who went behind early, 5 minutes in when Bronte Pike opened the scoring. Before Croatia responded with the Jamie Berkeley header. They then took the lead after Bronte Pike's own goal. Followed that up with an equalizer for Belconnen. And a stunning Ginger Oliver effort. It was tapped home in the end by Jamie Berkeley. And in between those, Izzy Hindmarsh's free kick was the equalizer for Belconnen. Bronte Pike looks like she might be okay to continue.
She's just stepped off the field to be treated, so it's obviously not severe enough to be taken off. But hopefully we see Belconnen's captain return to the field.
Yeah, throw for Emily Hay. Billington flicks it up in the air. Lovely skill. Looked very good off the bench. Layla Billington. Go through ball looking for Altamore. Runs onto that and will take on Churchill. She's around Churchill. Altamore's cross flicked off the head. It comes out to Alina Roberts, and it's 3-3. What a game we have on our hands here. Again, Belconnen find a way to get back level, and it's made by Lily Altamore off the bench. Finished by the grand final hero from last season, Alina Roberts. And we're all square at Stryda Park.
Fantastic footwork down the sideline, leading to a brilliant assist. And it must be said, it looked simple, but that was a tough shot to make in traffic to get it wide enough to beat the keeper. I don't think there was much Ellie Summers could have done there.
Another quick reply from Belconnen United.
These teams want to go to pens. That's what it feels like, honestly.
That might be it.
A reminder that there will be no additional time if the teams are even on the scores at the end of regulation. We might have a little bit of extra time, but probably not too much. So very real possibility with 15 minutes left to go that we could be looking at pens. But the way this game's been going, honestly, anything could happen. We've seen 6 goals so far. We could easily see a few more.
Yeah, this game is far from done. Berkeley trying to turn away from Alina Roberts. That through ball finds Ginger Oliver. Taking on Emily Hay. Close to entering the final 10 minutes. Here where a goal might just be decisive. Maya Cameron. Raymond. Can Croatia take the lead for a 3rd time?
This is dangerous. Free
kick.
This close to the box as well. And we know set pieces have been a deciding factor in this game so far.
Yep, they have. Bella Baric is the one standing over this one.
She's going to try and shoot it, I reckon.
Do you reckon?
I think so, Sam. Baric can definitely score from here. And you can see the Croatia players crowding in. They're putting as many numbers forward as they can. They really want to put this game away.
Yeah. Angle with the right foot favours across, but will Baric have a hit on goal? It's Bella Baric. No delivery, it's over the bar in the end. Disappointing one from a Canberra Croatia perspective. Bit of a relief for Belconnen.
Unfortunate, I think she was trying to get curved and it just went straight. Can happen to the best of us.
Yeah, one of those ones. Legends looking up with Rathowski. She tries to take on Nadia Zachman in her first involvement off the bench. Rathowski's done well. She's won the free kick.
And now we see a free kick in very close to the same spot, but on the other side of the field. This one favors, obviously, the curve in from the kick, but it is a bit further out. We know Belconnen, they're probably going to set up in their 4 on the wide area here closest to the camera and cause confusion. I'm really curious to see how Belconnen plays this.
Yeah, about to enter the final 10. Goal here could be decisive. Izzy Heinmarsh standing over this ball. Is it going to dip again? And it's over the bar. Heinmarsh trying to catch up Summers. Actually did at the beginning of this second half. This time it was from much further away, but another dangerous delivery.
Having said that, I still think that's 2 free kicks that both teams would have wanted to retake. You really want to threaten you really want to test the keeper on a free kick that close to the box.
Cameron away from Roberts. Intensity remains high from Belconnen in their attempt to win back the ball.
Both teams are going to be fighting right up until the last minute. They've shown nothing but 100% effort throughout this game.
Throw goes the way of Croatia. Picked up by Maya Rathowski. Away it goes for Ellie Raymond.
The move for Ellie Raymond to go onto the right has absolutely paid dividends for Croatia as well. We can see in a lot of these actions, Megan Castle there passing back to Stella DeMark, who's lost the ball.
Yeah, Rathowski driving forward. Can she pick the pass? She looks for Altamore. The pass was onto Roberts if she played it earlier. Heavy touch by Berkeley though. She wins it back. Oliver making the run. Test the legs of Bronte Pike.
Beaten, battered and bruised, but Bronte Pike is still able to win that ball and keep it away from Oliver, who we know is very fast on the wing.
And she's recovered from a couple of injuries, or you could say, or knocks in this game.
Hard contact.
Hard contact, that's it.
Altamore's been a force as well. Not an immediate impact, but she's really warmed into this game. Obviously created the third goal.
She has. She's made her mark off the bench, as has Billington. Lovely turn away. Gives it to Altamore, and her pass pushes Billington further forward, out of play off Maya Rathowski.
And not my car, thankfully.
Funded into one of those cars. Altamore's header can't find Layla Billington. Crowd still recovering from the ball hitting that car.
I mean, I was open mouth on that most recent goal.
Oh, heavy touch by Summers and nearly let Alina Roberts in. Norris, well intercepted by Hay. Corey, Hindmarsh looking to release Altamore. Churchill, strong challenge won by Emily Hay.
EJ Norris with the throw here, looking to find Castle, but just overthrows it slightly.
Bronte Pike, Emily Hay, bit of room for Corey to drive into. Gives it to Lily Altamore, cuts inside Norris. Lays it off for Annika Corey, forced back by the pressure of Jamie Berkeley. Hindmarsh finding Hay, who can drive forward. Emily Hay knocks it wide for Altamore. Strong challenge by Churchill.
Churchill won't be beaten again on that side, I think. She knows Altamore's a threat. She knows she's good with her feet. And she's cutting off the action before it has a chance to develop.
And one by Stella DeMarco. Ginger Oliver can drive forward now on this left-hand side. Castle. Berkeley, lovely release, looking for Ginger Oliver. Fenson makes it clear, it's found. Hey, lovely control. It's becoming an end-to-end game as it draws closer to full time. Again, at the moment, we're heading towards a penalty shootout.
Very exciting times. I think it'll be, if either of these teams make a clear mistake in the back line, that'll be the absolute deciding factor. There's very little to separate them.
Oh, left by Roberts, and it nearly paid off for Belconnen. Comes out to Annika Corey, who's capable, and it fires into Norris. Altamore, Corey, back to Lily Altamore. Belconnen building, and Summers relieves her team's pressure with a claim.
Excellent play from Summers there. Again, that's not easy to do. There's a lot of bodies moving, but to confidently come out and very safely contain that ball. Really good job.
Altamore. Run forward made by Hay. Unmarked run. Her cut back. Finding Layla Billington. And her shot can only find Ellie Summers.
But can Croatia get the ball back up in Belconnen's area? Just over the last 5-10 minutes, it felt very Belconnen-esque, but that happened at the start of this half, right before a Croatia goal.
Yeah, still so difficult to predict, but Belconnen looking the more likely at the moment. Here come Croatia. Berkeley. Legends. Hindmarsh. Zuckman wins 2 challenges. She's been good off the bench as well. Gonna see 2 changes for Croatia. Alice Churchill replaced by Hannah Burke, who was at Croatia last season. And Pia McGee coming on for Stella DeMarco. So 2 players playing their first match of the season for Croatia. Churchill was on the books of Croatia before Stella DeMarco. First game for the club. Ends with just around 5 minutes left.
This looks like just getting fresh legs on the field. Churchill's work rate this game has been absolutely stellar in very high pressure situations. Probably just wants to get someone out there to take on Altamore, who hasn't been running for 85 minutes.
She's been giving that back line a bit of a headache, Lily Altamore. Ball won by Norris.
Both coaches showing really good intuition with who to sub on when. I will say, very high impact substitutions we've seen so far.
Yeah, they've made a difference. Corey turns away from Barach, and her pass looking for Alina Roberts. Shot down by Altamore. Attempted clearance by Norris.
score is 3-all. It's been a very exciting game, and we've only got about 4 minutes left, maybe 3 minutes left, depending on how much longer the referee wants to give. No major injuries, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of extra time, which could lead to a very exciting finish.
And we're ticking closer to penalties.
Mistake there on the right-hand side. Will Croatia be punished?
Berkeley's clearance shot down by Roberts. Picked up by Altamore, cleared by Hannah Burke. Now Raymond can go, but again, Fensom covering superbly.
Legend and Fenson have been doing a really good job changing positions sometimes just to contain Croatia. Getting a little bit handsy there in the back at the very end of the game, but I want to highlight those two. For two players who haven't played together before, they've been doing superb work, especially in the second half.
Yeah. 2 minutes to go. There's never been a charity shield in the women's decided by penalties. Cleared by Hay. Oliver putting on the pressure and wins it back for Croatia. Oliver, a dangerous delivery, looking for Ellie Raymond, and Laurel Ty read it well. Wasn't one that was going to trouble her. Big chance again made through Ginger Oliver.
Do not want to give Ginger Oliver an opportunity to cross the ball into the box.
No.
Every time has been absolutely threatening, and she's doing an amazing job there on the left wing, having swapped there from the right in the first half.
Yeah, Hannah Burke's ball forward now collected by Laurel Ty. Canberra Croatia and Belconnen United, the only sides to have won 2 charity shields. The other side was Canberra Olympic with 1. So the winner today will have won the most since it began in 2021.
We couldn't have asked for a better game to be breaking records.
That's it. Eliza J. Norris. And the play goes off Hay. P. McGee's come over to this left-hand side. Norris looking for Castle. Haven't seen too much of her in this second half. Oliver again shaping towards goal. Pike was aware of that. It comes out to Maya Cameron. And she's shaping for a goal on goal. The free kick's been given away at Belconnen.
Oh, Corey's
Roberts has stayed down.
Robert, sorry, has stayed down. Might just be a cramp, depending on the conditions. The first half was very hot. Oh, actually bleeding. The field takes another victim, I think.
Yeah.
Very long grass.
Hindmarsh looking for Rathowski. Gets there ahead of Zachman. Zachman does well, but Rathowski's been able to keep it in. That's a goal kick. And Cameron doing well defensively.
Just shows both teams are very capable of going from one end of the field to the other in only 1, 2, or 3 passes. Every touch is a threat. What an exciting game. What an exciting finish, Sam.
I know. We've played the 90 to additional time. As you mentioned, there haven't been too many stoppages really, except for the Bronte Pike related ones. Barac, bit of room for Croatia now. McGee.
Speaking of Pike, just slowing the play down there.
Yeah, lovely release from Berkeley, and Raymond touching it forward for Castle, and Laurel Ty collected. Shepherded back by Brandon Fenson. Altamore looking for Corey. Cameron to get it away. At this point, no purpose in taking risks. Good challenge by McGee on Alina Roberts.
And a good clearance there, getting the ball away.
Legends down the line, looking for Rathowski.
I'll be honest, Sam, I'm a little sad we don't get any extra time with these two teams. It's been so exciting, especially the last 5-10, balls going back and forth. Both teams want it so badly. Great experience for a cup game.
It's been a very engaging watch. 6 goals. And as you mentioned, maybe unfamiliar territory for Belconnen, being this tight with the team, really, off the basis of last season. Castle, Raymond, Nadia Zakman can drive forward. Played over 2 minutes additional time. Castle.
I just saw Roberts limping a little bit there. I think she hit the ground a little hard, maybe a little bit of cramp as well. But a lot of these players would want to stay on if we do go to penalties. So I think she'll carry on.
Yeah. Not too long to go. Berkeley knocks it forward. Pike will play it out of play.
Referee checks their watch. There's a lot of players asking how long. I think the referee signaled 5 extra minutes, so we may have a couple more.
Okay, so around 2 minutes to go then. Ellie Raymond, Castle. Nice link-up play between them. Jamie Berkeley's on a hat-trick. And it comes to Ginger Oliver. Early ball in. Is claimed by Laurel Ty.
Great play
now
there.
Hindmarsh can drive forward. One final push, but she pulled up a little bit too. Roberts.
I think she was waiting for options to develop there because we saw a little bit of frustration. Though actually, having said that, she's now limping off the field with a stiff leg.
So it could be a late substitution potentially.
Again, I think the promise of penalties is very tempting for a player. And, I mean, these two teams, it feels like there's nothing separating them right now. Could potentially be like that with the penalties.
Yeah. Might be the only way to separate them. Nice Belconnen. Get the ball forward here. Hindmarsh for Billington. Played 4 minutes of additional time. They won't be able to keep that ball in. Now, Eliza Jane Norris. Back it goes to Hannah Burke.
We are starting to see a little bit of tired legs, especially from our wide players, and given the conditions of the game, the intensity as well. I'm not surprised.
Up and away by Cameron. Controlled on the chest by Bronte Pike, and she can drive forward down this right-hand side. Watched all the way by Norris, and she wins her side a corner.
Great effort from EJ there, stopping a very dangerous play from developing. You get the sense that Belconnen wants to put this ball into the middle and have their players run onto it, mirroring the first half, but we can see a few limping, a few stretching.
Yeah.
The wear and tear of the field in the game is showing, but this might be their last opportunity to get a shot.
Potentially the last play of the 90. It'll be Layla Billington to take for Belconnen. To test her for Summers, and she drops it. Lily Altamore, and it's off the line by Norris. Was that the chance to win it?
Oh my goodness. A bit of miscommunication between the goalkeeper and player, and nearly ended up being a goal.
Very nervy moment for Croatia.
You'd hate for that to be the finish to the game, and I'm glad they were able to clear it away.
Yeah. Summers has had a solid game in goal. He's had a lot to do, really. Billington. Won by Corrie. Away by Berkeley. Still we play. Played almost 6 minutes. And that is the final whistle. Belconnen United and Canberra Croatia cannot be separated. So we're heading to a penalty shootout between these two for the first time in the Women's Charity Shield. It all started 5 minutes in when Bronte Pike opened the scoring. The response was instantaneous from Croatia. Jamie Berkeley firing home off the head. The start of the second half saw Croatia take the lead after an own goal from Bronte Pike. Belconnen responded with Izzy Hindmarsh. Croatia then retook the lead again after Ginger Oliver's curling effort hit both posts. Jamie Berkeley tapping home on the line, and Belconnen got themselves back level late on in the game. We're all set for a penalty shootout between these two.
What's spectacular is oftentimes when you say that nothing can separate the two teams, it means there's been a lot of midfield play, a lot of battles in the trenches, and no real shots. But this game, it's felt like every time a goal was scored, the other team answered immediately. And we've seen that in the first half, we see that in the second half. I will say, when you're a coach, it is a little disappointing to end on penalties. You feel like you could have made some of those opportunities, but at the same time, as a spectator, this is an exciting way to end. And as you said, the first time that we've ended on penalties for a charity shield in the women's. What do you think is going through the goalkeeper's mind right now?
Yeah, it's a big test for either of them. Both goalkeepers. You could argue Matilde Laureltai had a more comfortable game in the end. Belconnen were on top in that second half. Still remained very close.
I mean, two of those goals, you could argue, could have easily been prevented. The one where it was tapped in by Jamie Berkeley, there wasn't a Belconnen player in sight chasing. Very sudden actions, though. Really hard to sort of be able to read that. And then there was, of course, the own goal, which you never want to really see as a goalkeeper. You want to go past the team.
Matilde Laureltai in the net for Belconnen. Ellie Summers in the net for Croatia. Might just come down to them. Both sides receiving instructions from their coaching team. They'll have a list of players at priority order for taking these penalty kicks.
This will come down, I think, to the mental game. Who's switched on, who's ready to execute that kick. You don't want to see any skied, you don't want to see any missing the goals. These two teams, very experienced, very solid. We've talked about how some players are new to their team, but they are not new to NPL football. Even the younger ones would have come up through the NPL system, and you would expect them to have experienced a penalty shootout before, but with the cameras, the lights, the crowd, who knows how this will go.
Yeah. Big pressure moment for either side. Conti Pike and Bella Barrage, the two captains, awaiting the coin toss in the middle. We'll see what end these penalties are taken on. Seems like the Croatia fans are to our left, Belconnen fans to our right. We'll take it at the Croatia end.
What a spectacular contest from both teams, though. Ending with penalties, feel like it's suitable. Lots of action all over the pitch. I don't think we could say any particular area was strong or weak for either team. We saw some super subs as well. I believe both subs got assists within the half. And now we see the two goalkeepers chatting away. I think they both know that when it comes down to this, you've played a good game. You've played a solid game, and nothing could separate the two teams.
A big test for both of those players. And up first for Croatia, it will be Ginger Oliver.
I will say we're seeing a lot of the men's teams coming in. Could not see a more exciting entry into the Shield. They'll obviously be playing after this. It's a game between Tigers, last season's NPL champions in the grand final, and Croatia, last season's minor premiers.
That game coming up first. Ginger Oliver to get us started in the shootout. And Oliver scores confidently. There's no wonder she went first for Croatia. And they lead the shootout 1-0.
She kept it nice and simple. Clean kick, a little bit of curve, straight past the keeper. Not much Matilde could have done about that one.
Up next for Belconnen is Layla Billington. So we had Ginger Oliver, experienced NPL player. Layla Billington, who made a real impact off the bench in that midfield. Steps up to take on Ellie Summers. This to draw the shootout. It's Layla Billington, and she finds the back of the net. It's a really good penalty. Confidently done by Billington. We're all square.
Could not ask for more. And again, from a substitute, didn't start the game, has had a massive impact in regulation time and landed the first penalty.
Yeah, really coolly taken by Billington. Jamie Berkeley up next. So Croatia potentially with more experience on their side. I mentioned the names who have left. Belconnen. Is that going to play a part? Because Jamie Berkeley back to score this one. Is to make it 2-1 in the shootout. Jamie Berkeley finds the back of the net, confidently done. Croatia lead.
If you asked me to bet my house on one player to cinch a penalty after regulation time, I'd say Jamie Berkeley.
Would be a good pick. Annika Corey up next. One of their new signings from last season. A big impact on their campaign. She will take on Ellie Summers.
We're seeing a little bit of experience versus youth in the two teams picking their shooters.
Yep. It's Annika Corey, and she finds the post. Summers gets the right way. Probably the first play to miss in the shootout. Canberra Croatia lead 2-1 after 2 penalties each. Up next for Croatia, Nadia Zakman, another of the substitutes. Big moment in the shootout.
Pressure's on Matilde now. Can she match?
Zakman, she fires over the bar.
Maybe a little bit of inexperience creeping in there. She did so well in the game, though. Another one of those substitutes who had a big impact. But I think she won that one back.
First miss for Croatia. Remains 2-1. Roberts. If Roberts scores here, she can level the scores.
Cramping up towards the end of the game. I doubt that'll play into this, but you can tell that she was trying to stay on the field for this moment.
She was. Hat-trick in the grand final last season. A goal today to make it 3-3. Alina Roberts up against Ellie Summers. It's Alina Roberts, and it's saved by Ellie Summers. She went close to saving Annika Corey's penalty. This time, she guesses right again. Croatia maintain that 2-1 lead after 3 penalties.
That was a fantastic save from Summers. And you can see she's coming out to meet the players each time, maybe to give them a little word of encouragement, maybe a little tip, something like that. But you love to see that.
Yeah, helps ease the nerves when your own goalkeeper gives you the ball. Isa Jane Norris is up next for Croatia. Norris finds the back of the net. It's a really well-hit penalty.
Short, sweet, direct. I think that's what was missing from the last 2 Belconnen penalties.
That's it. So a save here from Ellie Summers would hand Canberra Croatia the Charity Shield. Izzy Hindmarsh has to score for Belconnen. It's Izzy Hindmarsh for Belconnen, and she fires over the bar. And Canberra Croatia have won the Charity Shield. Belconnen United are defeated for the first time since 2024. And Ellie Summers is the hero.
And the owner of the Ford Ranger with the number plate
Izzy Hindmarsh, a player who turned off her team, as she so often does today, with a goal. Is unfortunately the play to miss, and Canberra Croatia are the winners. Sam, what a game we've just witnessed.
What a game, Sam. Oh my goodness. Pre-game, we were talking about the dominance of Belconnen last season. We were talking about the new look of Croatia. And what we ended up with was an absolute cup classic. Shield classic, I should say. But fantastic play from both teams. I know that they'll probably be disappointed, Belconnen, by the penalty shootout and how that happened. But what a performance by Croatia. What a performance by Belconnen.
Yeah, they've proven that they can beat the best. Didn't do it in 90 minutes, but in penalty shootouts, when the pressure told, they stood up to the task. And they have won the Charity Shield, supporting the Josh Forhart's foundation. So full time here at the Charity Shield. We have Canberra Croatia winning their third Charity Shield after 3-all after full time, after 90 minutes, and winning 3-1 on penalties.
up there. So